Alright, back here with another Moira VOD review. This player is up to Diamond 1, so climbing the ranks, trying to push into Masters. Gonna see what we're doing here. Skip ahead a little bit. Oops, skip too far ahead. I already watched the first little bit of this game a couple days ago and then didn't have time to make the VOD review, so I remember having a couple thoughts here. But this first round really went south really quick, so we'll get into that here in a sec. I'll get really nitpicky here for a second. This is a bit of a dangerous start spot, and the reason is people like to play Widow on Rialto. Someone will peek out here or peek out here. A lot of times how I play this map, and I do this for a lot of maps honestly, is I start with the orb right as it hits 1 second and then just leave the angle, so I don't get my head taken off by a Widow or Hanzo. So, anyways, you're fine. But it could be risky. Yeah, holding a little too close as you rank up. Teams are going to stop holding here. They're going to start holding this corner and this high ground. Like your whole team has this issue where everyone's low. You are high ground, but in my opinion, you're a bit too far forward here. I usually play this corner with the tank and then back up, play here, play around here. Maybe if I have the time for the rotation, I'll come all the way around back here and play. But that's all kind of based on my team playing this corner. So, anyways, yeah, too far pushed up. Everyone's playing low ground. Recipe for disaster. It's fine. Alright, when you use Fade, you've got to LOS. End up living, your tank dies, but I don't think you're saving your tank there. I think he's dead. Important thing here is to not stagger. You don't want to go down. You can't control what your soldier does, but you need to live. You really need to live. And this is how you get stuck into the no one's up at the same time and they steamroll you trap. You die when your tank is coming back. A big thing, I know you mentioned like watching Awkward. I've watched definitely my fair share of Awkward videos. I think he gives really good advice, as controversial or whatever as he may be. He always talks about uptime, and he talks about like staying aggressive, being a distraction, which is all like great advice. But as you rank up, and this is something I had to learn probably in Masters or around your rank, is like tampering that aggression when you're down people and knowing when to just not die. Like, take it easy a little bit and know when to have that downtime. Moira is a high uptime character. You want to keep throwing the orbs, but you can always throw the orbs from safety, and there it was important to get out. So your team's been fighting a 4v5 with your Ryan down. Now your team is going to be fighting a 4v5 with you down instead of a 5v5. See how that goes.
No opposition is insurmountable.
Fade out heal orb. Just, again, fairly nitpicky, but you can already be cutting this corner with a heal orb just down main if you use Fade. You just throw the orb immediately. Oh, he's dead. Alright, this is another situation. Just get out. Literally leave. You can throw a heal, damage, or whatever, just to keep the orbs flowing until you have to leave, though. So yeah, another situation of, like, Awkward would say keep your uptime going, but your team is in this horrible, like, situation of staggers, just stagger cycling, so... There you go. Unfortunate. Good shot by the way, yeah. You don't right-click on her, she back up. Chillin'. Your team's up. You've got another chance at a 5v5. This is y'all's first real chance at a 5v5 since the start of the match. So, Soldier's gonna kill you. Just situational awareness, just knowing he's behind. once all that damage comes in, you need to probably fade and hide. And your best bet to live is going to be here and a heal orb. But yeah, once that damage comes in, dropping, good. Staying in, probably not good. You are distracting and maybe keeping your tank alive, but I don't know. It's a tough situation. Yeah. Let's look at ways you could have played that differently. I think that fight just went south immediately. First thing, orb is okay. Definitely get some value. Just walk up casually to here, and distract from here. You don't separate your team or yourself from your team quite as much as you do when you go all the way over here. This is a good angle if the soldier doesn't flank you. Kind of, you are leaving your Rhine alone. Talk about team comps briefly. I'm not obviously someone that buys in a ton to team comps, but I do think it's useful to, at like a base level. So your other support was playing Zen at first, and they've swapped to Mizuki. Neither of those have very high healing outputs, and your Rhine has shown that he likes to stand in front of their team and take a lot of damage. So this might be one of those games where you'd be better off playing with your tank, playing closer to your tank, and then like your off angle being here if you get the chance. So you can always fade back and get to your tank. But you might be on babysitting duty a little more than you normally like. But if you were playing ball, or if your tank was playing ball, then this angle works like all day, or like Doomfist or Diva or something like that. Let's skip this. Slow ride here instead of me skipping around on the time bar.
I've dealt with cynics before.
Get out there and toss damage orbs. I don't know, maybe just had to go AFK for a second. You gotta keep those orbs flowing.
Your end is within my reach.
Good. Well, able to capitalize. Touch came early. See how this goes. Okay, yeah. You rushed. I feel like you didn't have to do that. Y'all were, I think you got worried about the point, and you thought, like, I need to touch point. When you could have just played the doorway. The Rhine can touch point. He has a shield to block the high noon. So your Rhine is going to be okay, and he's got enough time to get to point. So the last thing you want to do is give that kill back. You cannot give the kill back. But I think you just freaked about the point. I could be wrong about that. But notice how like your team's at a 4v3. I think. No, it's just a 4v4. Because yeah, they just killed the soldier and then you die, so it goes from a 5v4 to a 4v4. And then your Rhine touches point anyway. It's like in those critical moments, not like if you were up here, this would be such an easy fight win. Yeah, your other support is playing low heal output supports. You just have to pick up that healing slack. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like your Rhine ulting there.
Great minds are always persecuted.
Alright, you've got your ult. Important to see how it's used. Moira, I'll talk about Moira's ult for a second. It's a tempo ult. Yeah, it took you a second to build it in this game, but this game is also just... Y'all have been staggering out. Haven't really had a good fight yet. So it's taking you a second to build it, but you typically want to use it quickly. And another thing with Moira ult is it gets worse the higher rank you get. Like, it's a fairly weak ultimate in Masters. So using it to, like, just pressure them from an angle is usually how I do it. Sometimes you can go for picks, you can go for those crazy backline plays, but the DPS get way better at bursting you down. And don't Don't worry about just using it to heal your tank. I mean, just yeah. Anytime you get a good chance to use it.
Cannot escape me.
I also see you took the perk for Coalescence, so definitely important that you use it like offense, so you get more value out of that perk instead of the healer. You need to back out and play for your team to get up. Y'all basically have a chance to touch one more time. You don't need to die here. No one needs to die, honestly. Okay, you're gonna Cold from this angle? Cold. Coalescence now. You got the angle. You have Fade up. So another thing too is if you didn't have Fade, I would not say Cold here. But you get Fade. Like, you didn't have to Fade to get here. So you can pop Coalescence. If they turn and look at you, you can just leave immediately. But I would, yeah, I'd pop Coalescence. Pull that attention. They're consolidating. Yeah, I feel like the opportunity's gone now. Hey, y'all kind of hold them without it. Good job. Y'all finally got a good team fight. Y'all were able to control. I would ult now. You've held it. It's time to go. They're re-pushing. They're pushing Zarya. Zarya's very high charge. You need to make sure people live here. I know you're not like the best Coalescence off angle. You're also going to get blasted by the soldier to your left. But definitely ult. Fade it. Yeah, it went down with Fade. You still have not ulted. You're 5 minutes into this game. Yeah, y'all finally build some momentum and are holding the card of this choke. I'm just thinking more about the ultimate usage. I feel like this was pretty badly misplayed. You died with Fade up. Like, when you see this, it's time to go. Zarya's high charge, you just got hit with the Helix Rocket, you just leave. Leave, cut a corner, get your health back up, you'll be fine, and you can keep stalling this. But you go down, and this round is probably over. Let's grab. Yeah, you've got no shot here. So they cap with 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Y'all have got your work cut out for you. I've won games like this. Obviously this game goes long, so I assume y'all full cap, but we'll see how it goes. Rollout that I like is from this point here, you can, just with base Fade, get right here. So I'll stand where you are, and then Fade, and then hit this, and jump up. And yeah, play kind of here. Maybe cut this angle. Cassidy's probably going to shoot you, so, you know, play this doorway, kind of peek in, peek back, whatever. You can also go down here if you're feeling really frisky, and play back here. Just a few ways to approach it, but yeah, that's how I like to play. This beginning of first point. That's fine, though. Yup. Push with the ball. You gotta push up. The second Zarya goes down, I probably fade to here and see if I can put pressure here. Obviously, I don't want to go, like, out into the open, because if the cast just 2 taps me, I'm dead. So that's why I said, like, here. And then you can come over here, and then you can go up here, and you can assist in this chase down. Because it would be really cool if y'all could start staggering them. And, yeah, you could help in that. Yeah, this is definitely a point, like, talking about Awkward. Awkward would tell you to push up. I know he would. He'd be like, go forward with your team. Take the space. Why are you waiting? They'll be on the cart. You got for it. Okay, Diva swap is fun because she eats your orbs. So we'll see how you play around that. It's fine. Oh, I wish you would just play that angle. He needs to die. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would play through the room there, but this works. You cap. They kind of fell into the same problem y'all did on first point. Alright, more fun fades on this map. I would, without thinking, from the very apex of this, and you may need to practice a little bit, but you can make this fade without the fade merc, just straight in here. I would go probably here, and then start attacking him here, just to create that off angle. Anytime you're on these long sidelines with McCree, I'm sure you've experienced this, McCree can make you very sad very quickly, so... Yeah. This is fun, this is fun, just hanging out here. Don't want to stay here too long, especially if they turn and look. They're not looking at you, so you can stay here as long as you want. And, okay, good. Thought you might forget about him. I leave. Ooh, I feel like you stayed too long. You need to leave. The second that tree came up, you gotta know they're gonna push in on that. Leave, leave. Yeah. Yup. You know, may lose that fight anyway, but you stayed in a little too long. I'll show you what this looks like from the Diva's POV. So you think that, okay, I faded, I cut the corner, and Diva doesn't know where I am because I cut the corner in time. Your fade animation and what they see is actually a little bit shorter than what it feels like it is. So if I go to the Diva's POV, here, there. I get to this point. So yeah, she sees a Moira just standing there, she gets you low, so now it's time to fade. So the cloud looks like that. In the replay, she can't actually see your cloud, but it looks like that in replay just because it's the replay. But she sees that right there. This little plume of smoke, and you go to the side. Go through that one more time. I won't pause it, but you'll see what I mean. So they can like track you way easier, and they look for that in this rank. So she knew exactly where you were. If you get out earlier, there, you're at higher HP, so even if she chases you down, she doesn't kill you. Most likely. She definitely doesn't kill you easily. Enough yapping about that play.
Let's stick together.
Like to see the damage orb coming out quickly. I know it doesn't do like a ton. But yeah, this is where that phase jump would be useful. Just go ahead and get up there. You can see your Tracer and Baller playing that. And if you're not comfortable doing it, you can go where your Tracer is. You just go this way. Works as well. But I would not approach from this bridge, if at all possible. It's nice. Hurry up. Nice. Leave. Okay. Go. Let them use ults. I would save Coalescence here unless you get an advantage. Yeah. I would ult pretty early on in next fight. Yeah, have it ult. Go. Ah. The Diva was low. I think she would have gotten pulled anyway. But ult now. Yeah, I would wait until his ult is down, and then I would ult. Typically don't want to pop both sub ults at the same time. Oh yeah, you're up one? Go. Use Coalescence. Murder them. Yes. Good ult. Now your team's got a huge advantage. Just make sure no one dies and clean the diva up. If you can. Even if you just get her D-max here. Oh, that sucks. I want to say it. Very hidden. Nice. Hey, this is fine. Come up. Alright. Gotta walk forward and make a play with your ball now. An option is here. If you can make this fade, you might get chased down by Diva, but you should be safe because you have Kree and Mizuki. You play here and then maybe creep over here. Soldier's gonna get you if you try that. But it is probably where I'd try to end up, is like over here. Strafing between these. Make sure you heal Mizuki. Yeah, you don't want to get going down. Play. Dude, yeah, if you're McCree, that was completely right. If your McCree is high nooning and just has someone locked down, heal him. Don't let him die, and you're gonna win the fight. Y'all should just be able to walk here. Make sure you don't feed the McCree and you're fine. Yeah, McCree goes down, you're good. Walk forward, get damage, take space. Life Weaver's above you, yeah. Try to kill him. Good. Keep walking forward.
Just about ready to ult.
Holding here is fine. You might be able to get away with like sneaking right here, maybe, and right-clicking some people, but you definitely wouldn't want to push out. I'm also fine with just like keeping it safe, playing back here. You don't want to get killed by McCree, so it's just another option. Get an orb out. Good job. Did you rank up? You'll see people go for this diva a little more. I see that. Man, I'm already right-clicking it right now. And then you know you can get the cover. So, just seeing if you can get her while she's out of mech. You may not have been able to, but it's something I go for. You'll have mines out. You have an advantage. I honestly push this with Coalescence. I would like to see you call a little quicker, and then also one thing Moira is good at. When did that high noon go up? Yeah, this is fine. Both DPS ults. I mean, your ball could really do there. You got zoned out. Totally fine with dying on the card and resetting.
Time again to try again.
I would get an orb out before this. Yeah, I feel like you would have already gotten the cooldown back. Diva probably just eats them, but still. Nothing you can do there. Yeah, I would just chill. You still want to be like right-clicking and getting damage in where you can, just to get your ult charge up. Here. Go. Free should die. Play from your Tracer. Alright, you can leave now. You got your kill, don't give the kill back. They get the res. Of course. I like your Kree is just a little too far forward a lot of the times, but it's just part of the rank you're in. Part of every rank, honestly. Once he's on that pedal, I wouldn't focus on him anymore. I just kind of ignore him. If he jumps down, like I try to keep track of if he's still up there or he's jumped down, but you're just wasting your time. There's other targets you can go for. Here, drift. Just to create that off angle, I would drift here. Kind of corner peek this. See if I can bait out McCree nade or something like that. Just draw their attention. If you start getting focused, you can step to the side and you'll be fine. Yeah, so this is like close to the same play, except you don't have cover. Here you would have cover. Here you would have cover. Here you don't have fade and you don't have cover. So if you got turned on, it looks like they're running away, but if you got turned on, you could die here pretty easily. Alright, good kill. Focus the... There's another case of it. Focus the baby diva. Good job sneaking the orb past her. Yeah, play with... I was kind of thinking like, alright, you gotta find something to do. Once this happens, go take that angle and dive with your ball. I wouldn't even mind seeing you fade, like, all the way over here. But give your ball some support. I feel like he's been making a lot of these dives by himself. And you totally have the ability to be back there with him. Especially in this one. Like that McCree should have been dead 10 minutes ago. Right, Mercy dies. Cool. I coalescence the tank here. Feels like kind of a waste, but I would have cold sooner than that. Hate it. Heals. You gotta heal your McCree there. Way to live. Good job. Alright, well this is how it goes 20 minutes. Y'all pull it together this round. Just an overarching concept from that round. I feel like you didn't... There probably were opportunities, but you didn't dive with your Wrecking Ball or like get creative with him a ton. It's pretty tough to play with Wrecking Ball. It's doable, and once you learn how to do it, it's a lot of fun. If you get back there, dive with him, it makes his life way easier as well. Let's see if y'all are able to convert something here. Sigma now, very different than Ball. Yeah, I like... So, you can play split here, where your Mizuki and your tank play together, and you play with the DPS. I like playing up here with the Reaper right now, and probably would have made this rotation a little bit quicker. Let's see. Right here is when I was kind of thinking of trying to make it, and you go up here. So you play split. I would bet your DPS would follow you if you made this right now. Even if they didn't, it would be fine. You could go back and support them, or just play from here. Yeah, whichever. But your tank is covered. If your Mizuki and tank go down, that's kind of on them. But go ahead and take this space on the side of the map. My opinion is just like a pretty big waste of time. Okay, good escape. I like seeing you bait attention and then fade out. Just keep walking. You need to push this advantage. They have so much time, you have to push this far. You've really got to push it. Yeah. How did Diva... Hold up. happened to Diva? Lifeweaver pulled her and she still dies, so she gets rocked. She gets... Oh my god. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, something I'll point it out here. You've done this a few times, and it's kind of worked out for you last round, and right now where it does work. So you can totally fade into the enemy team if you do it right. Fade is a great escape tool. It's also just really good for repositioning and taking high grounds. Like, there's so many ways to use fade. So I'm not even, like, I don't mind using fade right here. I mind using fade and winding up here, because they could put 4 crosshairs on your forehead and kill you. Like, immediately. I mean, you're kind of lucky they don't... GM, I'm just dead. Like, I'm straight up dead for that one. But the other option, where I said, like, you can totally fade into their team, and that's fine, is here. If you end up here, and then kind of walk them down, and obviously with, like, the major fade perk, this jump is way easier. This jump is incredibly easy with the major fade perk. So you can just take the extra second, and then attack them from here, back up, whatever. But you're way safer up here. Let's go back. Like, even with your next fade, I would just jump up there already. You know they're all low ground. So, yeah. I'd rather see where your Reaper is. Up in the top right, if that isn't clear. Like right here. Playing the same area, doing the same kind of things there. Yep. Definitely should be up there with your DPS. Again, with the whole, like, playing split idea, where you go play with your DPS, and let your Mizuki play with your tank. Yeah. Standing on point. Died with Fade again, just like kind of that earlier example where they can put crosshairs on you and just kill you. If you're standing where they can do that, then someone's eventually going to do it. And the higher up you go, the quicker it happens, and the more that a McCree is on the other team, the quicker it happens. So, like, kind of that first shot registers you need to fade. You probably shouldn't be there in the first place, but that happens. That's the end of the round. The good news is y'all pushed that pretty far, so you got a chance at winning this.
Attackers incoming.
Damage orb again. Get it out quick. Want to build your ult. Clear. Yeah, I would kite back if I were your team. Stayed on this angle too long. I was gonna pause, and then the Mei shot you, and it kind of proved the point that, like, you just gotta watch that a little more. You're standing in the spam angle of it too much. Like, even now, I don't really like that angle, because Mei could have been shooting down it. Like, you could take another headshot. Good idea. There you go. Save your Bastion if you can. Okay, just a good Mei wall, but go clean them up. So.
It is fleeting.
Sure, you should get another damage orb out. There you go. All fine. I mean, you know, here works, here accomplishes the same goal. So there's other places you could be right now. And you could have made these rotations in between fights to get up here earlier, but just ways to create new angles. And these are pretty solid angles, because you can do everything you're doing. You can heal your tank if you need to, you can heal your Mizuki if he gets dived, you can attack them from an off angle, you can pull attention up this way, And then, you know, the same goes for here. You could heal your Tracer if you needed to, and then attack everyone down here. And if you get shot, you just fade out. You just leave. So. Or holding this corner well. This is where you should have held the first point, is this corner right here. Your tank held a bit too close. Your old team held way too close. So y'all are having significantly more success at this point. Put that orb on now. Just toss it down, man. Yeah. Big if you keep your Bastion alive. Looks like you will. Alright, you have ult. Interested to see how you use it here. You can combo it with Grav. Cole Grav is a pretty good combo for you. So. All this is fine. I play with your tank now. You gotta be way quicker. Grav is a horrible ult used by itself, but one of the best when you have follow-up. And follow-up can be ulting, or it can just be sitting there and right-clicking and healing her. Like, just whatever. But the second I hear that... Where's the voice line? I don't think I got it. Going too far back. Yeah, she's about to ult. The second I hear that, I'm gonna be real with you. I probably fade right here. I cut this corner because I don't want to end up in the open for obvious previously stated reasons, but I end up here and like culling around this corner and getting as many of them as I can to follow up. That soldier should probably die. You can fade chase him down. Yeah, nice. And do not ult. I think you know that though. Y'all are way up this fight. I don't know why you put your back to them like that. That was risky. I would ult. I would ult. Save your tank. Yeah, I would ult this. Just counter call it. Ultimately, they got the space advantage. They used, they got the tempo. I feel like if you had ulted earlier, they wouldn't have gotten that tempo and that space advantage. Y'all do kind of consolidate it though, so that works. Unfortunate Reaper coming back from spawn. You should get back about the same time as their Zarya though, as long as your team doesn't stagger out. Heal orb. Just heal orb down main. Yeah, you could have tossed a heal orb like right when you cut that corner, and then had another orb about right now. Alright, y'all have a very real shot to win this. A little quicker on noticing the Mizuki. Whoa, get it. Another case of like burning fade and then ending up in the open. Like, yeah, you just didn't notice the Mizuki was low, and then you're like, I need cover, and then I feel like you went, I need to stay forward. The correct option is cover there. Y'all would have lost your Zarya either way, but at least your team would have you up in a 3v2. Against their Moira D.Va, you'd have Tracer, Bastion, Moira. We'll see if they can clean this up anyway. The second you cut this corner, you need to throw a heal orb. Just keep them up. Yep. Bit far forward, it's okay. Nice. Nice, and you're behind him, and that's it. It's GG's. Good comeback. Yep. Solid game. Look at the stats 1 second. Real quick.
Ready for battle.
There at the end. Not that stats matter a ton, but 19 minutes in, 15,000 damage, a good bit. I feel like could have done a little more in the interim. I mean, you healed enough to keep your team alive for the most part. I think there's a couple times you kind of missed like opportunities to, and the only reason like I'm talking about healing, I don't look at this and go, oh, well, the other support has 23,000 heal. I don't care. I don't think healing really wins games. I think it keeps your teammates alive, and your teammates being alive wins games. But just stat pad healing means nothing. But it does mean ultimate charge, and ultimate charge is really nice. So yeah, a couple opportunities where like you missed a Mizuki that was low, or you really didn't have an angle to play, and you could have just like gotten a couple hundred healing into your tank, stuff like that. But overall, yeah, pretty solid. Your fade mechanics look fine. I think you just need to focus on when you come out of fade, making sure you're like in cover or at a high ground, and then a few opportunities to like play a high ground or use fade to get somewhere, like a really creative angle. Also, coalescence usage I feel like was slow at times, but like by slow I mean you waited too long to use it or didn't use it when you could have. Don't worry about wasting it. It's okay. Obviously you don't want to waste it every time, but just be proactive with it. Don't worry about being proactive with it. It'll be good. So that is that's all I've got for you. Good luck on the climb. The climb is brutal, but I believe in you. So GG's.